Okay.
Hey friends, welcome to another edition of Char's Pantry. So it's official. I have a great little apron I got with my little slogan on there. Today we are going to make you some Armenian grape leaves. So we're kicking back to my heritage, and this is my great grandma Cachadorian's recipe. So I hope I do it justice, and I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for sharing the recipe. So for the grape leaves, just really simple ingredients. So you're going to use some ground lamb. You can also use ground beef. You can use ground turkey if you want. It's tomato sauce, a whole entire white onion that we're going to chop up finely, 1/4 of a cup of rice, just your regular rice, and a whole entire bunch of parsley. Once you get all those ingredients incorporated, then I'm going to show you how to make the actual grape leaves. These grape leaves we picked up locally, so they're from Fresno, from our grape vineyards here in Fresno, and they were brined and jarred for us. So they're going to be really great grape leaves. So the important part about making a good grape leaf is having a good grape leaf, of course. So make sure you just don't get a random store-bought. Go to your specialty store to pick out your grape leaves. So before we start doing all of this, I have decided to make a cocktail. So I wanted to show you guys. So this cocktail that we're going to make, I harvested some mint and some sage from the garden outside, and so we're going to use those ingredients. This is going to be a vodka-based cocktail. I already have my glass here kind of started, but we're going to throw in, we're not going to muddle this. You can muddle it if you want, but I feel like just cutting in some cucumbers, some mint and some sage in there. We're going to squeeze a little lemon in it. I did it the right way. We're going to get further. So we're going to squeeze some lemon juice in there just to bring out some citrus because this is a summertime cocktail. We are going to use some vodka, and normally I wouldn't even use a measuring device, but I am. And also, just a pointer, this is a 21 years and older drink, okay? Do not drink this if you're over the age. You can make it a mocktail, just leave out the vodka. So we're going to put, we're actually going to, this is a 1.5 ounce pour. We're going to do it twice, so we're going to do a 3 ounce pour of vodka. This is some simple syrup that I'm also going to put in there for some sweetness. And this, my husband Steve made it, and we keep it in the refrigerator for some of his drinks that he does. And I'm just going to put about a 1/4 of an ounce is all you're going to do. You don't need too much because it's super sweet. Then you fill it with ice, your shaker with ice. Put your lid on, and this is going to be loud, but I'm going to shake it. And the key to a good drink is shaking it really, really, really well. It's going to incorporate all those flavors together, and it's also going to be a really chilled drink. So that's what we're going to do. We should do a time lapse on this part. That should be good. Pop your top, and you already have a strainer. You don't need to double strain it because you're not going to muddle this. So just your single strain on it will be just fine. We're going to throw that in there. Once you drain it all, you're going to top it off with just some club soda. And that just, brightens it up a little bit, gives it a little bubbles. And we'll top it off. Throw your club soda in there. Do a little garnish of your mint. A little garnish of sage just to give a little pop. And there's your drink, nice and summertime. Let's give it a try. Ooh, that's good. Okay, welcome back. So now we are ready to start rolling grape leaves. So what I did is I took the ground lamb, parsley, onions, tomato sauce, water, and your rice. That's it. You're just gonna get your hands in there and you mix it all up. And this is kind of what it looks like. Looks a little wet, but that's what you want because that rice needs something to absorb. So that's all you're gonna do. You're gonna mix it all up like that. I use the food processor for my onions and my parsley because I like it really, really fine of a chop, and it'll just take too long to do it by knife. So moving on from here, got your grape leaves. I like to rinse them off because they're pretty salty, and I feel like there's enough salty flavors in this dish. You can leave them the way they are, it doesn't matter. It's up to you, personal preference. So take them out of your jar. They're really tight in there. So give them a good little unroll. Go through and look for bad ones, and you're gonna line the bottom of your pot with some bad ones. That prevents them from burning while they're cooking. So you're just gonna throw them in there. Whatever ones you don't like, throw them in there. If they're all good, great. Throw them in there, doesn't matter. You're not gonna use that whole jar for this batch. So get your grape leaf and you're going to put the shiny side down. So the stem and the veins are all faced towards you. And you wanna take this stem off. You can use scissors, the kitchen shears if you want, or you just pinch it off with your nails, whatever's easier for you. I mean, I feel like it's faster just to pinch it off and throw it out. You don't want that stem in there, it's a little too tough. Lay your grape leaf out and you're gonna just take your regular kitchen spoon and you're gonna get a little bit of the mixture. You're just gonna kind of eyeball it. You're gonna make it into a little log here. This is kind of a bigger leaf of this grape leaf. And you're gonna go from the bottom, the pieces that are bottom towards you, and bring them in, just like that. When you bring them in like that. So you're making little burritos, right? Take your ends and fold them in. This is a bigger leaf, but that's okay. And then you wanna roll it fairly tight, but not too tight because that rice still has to expand and you don't wanna break open your grape leaf. So once you're done, it just kind of looks like that. You take it in your pan or your pot and you do it like a wheel. You just kind of lay them in there in a wheel and do the next layer and the next layer and the next layer. When we're done rolling all of these, we're gonna add another can of tomato sauce. And again, these are just 8-ounce cans. So throw your 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. You'll fill it up with water to make sure that the grape leaves are covered with water. And then you wanna put something heavy on top of them, like a plate that can fit in there. I don't have one that fits, so I'll use a bowl and I'll just throw it on top of there. What that does is it keeps the leaves from floating around while they're cooking. So you gotta keep a little pressure on it. So when we're all done with this, I'm gonna put the plate on them, throw them on the stove, bring them up to a little simmer, a boil, and then you're gonna turn them down and you'll cook them for about 40 minutes and you're done. So the next stage, I'm gonna make a little dipping sauce because everybody likes sauce. I mean, I like sauce. So I'm gonna make a little quick sauce that people can use to dip them. It's an appetizer, so why not have a dipping sauce? So that'll be it for now. See you in a minute. Okay, everyone, now it's time to make some sauce. So what we're doing is about 1 cup of just non-fat plain Greek yogurt or just plain yogurt, whatever you like. And we're gonna do maybe like 2 cloves of garlic. I already kind of chopped them up. We'll give them another little quick chop here. And then we have some fresh mint from the garden again. I'm gonna roll it up just like you do with basil. Roll it up, give it a good quick little chop here. If you know these knives, these are global knives. If you know what I'm talking about, these are the knives. So give them another little chop. You could put them in the food processor if you really want to, but a fresh herb, you only need, half as much as a dried herb. So take all these things and you're gonna put them in your Greek yogurt or plain yogurt. Really simple dipping sauce, but it's gonna be really flavorful. Bunch of garlic and some fresh herbs. Then we're gonna take some pepper. Throw a little bit of pepper in there. A little bit of salt. You can put some acid in if you really want, some lemon, that brightens it up, but we're gonna leave it just like this. You stir it up, it'll come together maybe in the refrigerator for maybe 10-15 minutes before you really wanna eat it, just so it'll come together. But it makes a really good dipping sauce. Right here, I already have another dipping sauce, and that is a garlic sauce that I bought from the Armenian market that's located just around the corner from us, basically. So that's a good sauce as well. So might as well use it if we've got it. But that's our sauce. Next step is the final product. Okay, you guys, here's the finished product. This is your dolma, or your Armenian grape leaves. And that is what they look like when they're done. I put our little dipping sauce in here. Here's the little extra dipping sauce if you want. They're super hot, but they're cooked and flavorful and just a great appetizer. If you want something to bring to a potluck, this is kind of a fun potluck item because no one knows a lot about the Armenian grape leaf. But I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I do and all the tradition and heritage that it brings behind it. That's it. See you next time on Shar's Pantry. Thanks for watching.